Good day everyone, Dr. Blob here. As promised, here is the second part of the shipping ranking video. Enjoy and don't forget to like and subscribe. Next one, Swire and Lynn. According to the record, these two has been friends for a very long time, and because Chen left for Victoria, the story between these two is larger than anyone else around them. There's also the fact that whenever Lynn is involved, Swire will pretty much drop everything she is doing in order to get in touch with the one she just calls Rat. While we don't have that much information about them, I will say they can stay improbable. The possibility is there, we just need more information in order to make it more certain. In a similar vein we have Thorn and Religion. In this case, we have another couple of friends who spend a lot of time together. However, at the same time, we know they have their own existence beyond themselves. Thus I will say they are very good friends. From a romantic perspective, I will say that the probability is there. So here's the state. Next one, and get ready to hold the tears. Alina and Talula. How does the meme goes? Oh yeah, there is no heterosexual explanation to the relationship. They live together, they depend on one another, they had each other's back. While Alina never was a fighter, she was Talula's moral support all these years. The fact that even at death's door, Alina managed to hold back Talula's anger tells us how important she was for the fighter, with her death being the turning point a certain deathless snake needed in order to convince Talula. But regarding their relationship, I think they weren't a couple. These two were pretty much wives. Of course, that's just a theory. Next one, and this one I have seen from a lot of Chinese authors. Mr. Nothing and Cruz. It is no secret that Mr. Nothing regards both Cruz and Lava as very important people for him, as they not only aided in his moment of need, but also inspired him to be more than just an outcast. Beyond that, I don't see Cruz as the kind of people who fall for someone who's just thankful with them. So, into the love probably it goes. Next one. This one is kind of pointless at this point, but that's random for you. Chain and Swire. At first it looked like these two hate each other's guts. However, as the story went on, it was made clear that Swire cared for Shen a big lot. However, and as we have seen with Lynn, once Swire gets attached to someone, she will make sure to stay close to them no matter what. However, Shen doesn't seem to be that interested in their relationship. She does consider her a friend. However, Shen and Swire interact in a rather specific way. So, these two go into I kind of see it. Next one. Blaze and Amelia. In their case, there has been some interaction pointing that Blaze considers Amelia to be very cute, even giving her the nickname Bunny. Amelia on her part seems to be flustered by these words, mostly because that whenever Blaze says these things, she holds Amelia tight and off the ground, something I presume Amelia doesn't like that much. So while these two have a very close relationship, I think it is mostly the case that Blaze thinks that Amelia is cute, without anything beyond that. I would rather call them sisters. So, personally I think in kind of see it goes. Next one. This one, I have seen it more from Asian illustrators. It is quite eye-catching, so I put it on the list. Widdy and Thorns have very similar personalities, necessity for everything to be clean aside. Both of them are very serious and very direct persons, where neither of them withhold anything when talking. I mean, they don't do it already, I don't see why they will stop with one another. But beyond that fact, and also the part that they have zero interaction as far as I know, this one goes into I kind of see it. Next one. Lancentu and Eunectus. One is a program pessimist, the other sees her as an idol. Not the music type, mind you. It is explained in Eunectus fights that she sees Lancentu as the icon that opens her eyes at the possibilities machines can become, thus why she is so important for her. However, and despite the fact that she will love to become her actual sister, I don't think these two have an actual relationship in the romantic sense. So while I hope the best for them into becoming sisters, I don't see them as a potential couple. Next one. Durian and Myrtle. This one is mostly because of aesthetics. The fact they are both of the same race clearly makes them an easy match. Also, the two of them clearly know one another. They already have their own rapport between each other. Not to mention that there's also the contradiction part. One is lazy, the other is energetic, one is quiet and the other is loud. that sort of thing. And there's also Myrtle mentioning that she been off during, making her a bit frustrated about it. That being said, and beyond the camaraderie between them, I don't think they are actually a couple, but I kind of see it. Next one, Courier and Silverash. In their case, Silverash is Courier's savior, thus the latter's devotion. Not to mention that Courier's body is full of scars, showing his dedication to Silverash. So while there is not much interaction between them, surprisingly, the incoming events notwithstanding, I think the probability is there, just we don't have much information about it, so I'm afraid this goes into kind of see it. Next one, Franca and Liscarn. Like Chain and Swire, these two have a very vitriolic relationship. Despite being very serious of their job, they found the time to bicker between each other, no matter who might be looking. There's also the fact that Liscarn gave up on her dream in order to support Franca's dream. That alone tells us that their relationship is way closer than just very good co-workers. And with some evidence behind them, I will say that their relationship could be possible. Coming up next, Sofia and Maria. As Senpai said, Sofia is not precisely close on the family tree, thus making the relationship possible. However, Sofia has shown a lot of maternal care for Maria, while Maria sees Sofia both as a teacher and as a sister. So while I don't think their relationship is that deep, I kind of see it. Next one, Bison and anyone from Penguin Logistics. I will not even gonna elaborate much. Bison is pretty much the dad in the relationship. Yes, they help him to become more free and more open, but in the end of the day, he is still the one looking after them. So while I love to see their interactions, I don't think they go that way. Next one, Courier and Clifford. Similar to Silverash, but not at the same level, Courier has shown a close relationship with the youngest of the Silverash, to the point that Clifford refers to him as another brother, while Courier on his part risks himself to deliver a letter it will go against the wishes of his master. So while beyond that there is not much information regarding the relationship, I will say I kind of see it. Next one, Melita and Mary. In this case, we have a clear case of polar opposites attracting each other. In theory, of course. Melita, despite being the leader and a very skillful fighter, is held back by her own insecurities. Mary, on the other hand, is very hyperactive yet managed to get things done by pure force of will. So, when you put these two together, you have someone to center the hyperactive dog and a source of positive energy for the melancholic cat, making them a good team and possibly a good couple. Not to mention that of all the members of her team, it was Mary who pushed Melita to go further as a leader and a fighter in roles. So, I think the possibility is there. Next one. Yeah, this one is here, so everyone in Penguin Logistics is accounted for. Personally, I don't think that's gonna happen. Next one. Provence and Scavenger. We have a very interesting case in this regard, mostly because we know Provence is the kind of person that can make friends easily with anyone, and while we know that the rat is interested, we also know that she hasn't given up on her previous love. Even when nothing happened between them, that is something that she has yet to let go of. So I think they could be a very possible couple should the Scavenger work with her previous attachment. For the time being, I will leave her at probable. Next one, Meteorite and Frostleaf. This one began to be cheap because of the events of the first chapters, where Meteorite stopped Frostleaf from becoming a popsicle. However, and beyond this part, these two has not interacted with one another. Not to mention that Meteorite is the kind of person that will save whoever she can whenever she can, while Frostleaf just was trying to save those around her, meaning that her sacrifice wasn't so much for her, but rather in order to help Rose. So while I can see the prospect between them, I'm afraid these two go into not probable. Next one, Gabriel and her fan. We know Tomimi is head over tails for Gabriel, that is nothing new. In Gabriel's part, however, we know that she cares about Tomimi, yet she doesn't seem to show any romantic emotion for her. However, when analyzing Tomimi's files, we can see that Gabriel might suffer on main character's denseness. That means that she doesn't realize that Tomimi actually has feelings for her. Like, for real, she hasn't figured out yet. So yeah, she quite possibly will be the main character of the story if the Doctor wasn't around. So until Gabriel figures that part out, I will say the relationship could be probable. Next one, Silverash and Matterhorn. In this case, what I have seen is similar to Courier and Silverash, a master-bodyguard relationship. However, Matterhorn has very little to say beyond that he has been trained all his life to guard Silverash, so while his devotion is true, I don't think there's anything between them. Next one, or rather, next three, the followers. Personally, I thought that the relationship between Earl, Shining and Nightingale was of two knights caring for one lady. However, a certain dance made me think otherwise. I still think they are knights caring for a lady, but the possibility of the lady having feelings for them has yet to be shown. For now, I will say that it is probable. Shining and Earl though, I think those two have more of a possibility. And that's the second part. The next part will be coming shortly. So please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Don't doubt to mention your favorite ships down below. As always, I would love nothing more but to know what do you think. Until next time, this has been Dr. Blob wishing you all a great day. Stay healthy everyone.